Hey everyone, welcome to Will Clova Game Room. Today we're going to talk to you about a game called Altered and an event that we went to where we use these boxes.
Speed of event. So the last set, I went to a tumult championship for the Trial by Frost. There, I came in fourth place. So while I was not the champion, it stood out pretty good there. Top
Cool
four.
poster, so winner
It
from
is.
that aspect.
It is really cool though. Yeah.
And that was for Trial by Frost, which was the second set. But today we're going to talk about Whispers from the Maze, which is the third set that was just released a week or so ago. We went to a pre-release event where everybody got one of these boxes. We opened them, we played with the cards that we got, and then they had some for sale at the end of it. So we took some home so that we could show all of you guys what we did. And we're just gonna start by opening the boxes and showing you what's in them. So it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs. And then it comes with these premium tiles to play with. We'll show you what these are for when we play the game for you. And then, are these just fun cards? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's like the promo card. Arts, like poster.
Oh, I'm gonna need to look at the ones we got from the
Wait.
event because these are cool.
Yeah, there's it's double sided there. Yeah, it shows an adorable little red panda. You know, the little restaurant there, and then the robot server dude from the looks of it there. Yeah, nice. The artwork's always great with this, so
Very cool.
Very cool indeed.
So then it comes with this little insert because we were opening and I was like, oh, I wonder how this format works. Because normally you just have one color card, but these packs come with all the color cards, so you can't really build a deck around the one card.
You select a hero, and then so that's the main. So that is like one faction, and then you get to pick two additional factions to complete your deck. So let's say I chose a Lyra hero, and then I can also use Axiom and Bravos as well.
And to simplify that, you can also say colors instead of factions. There are 6 colors, 6 factions.
Yes, that's colors. Yeah.
So when we say factions, we're meaning colors as well.
Yeah. And then so basically using those 3 colors, you'll pick 30 cards exactly. You technically can go a little bit more, but they recommend just 30, including the hero. So really 29 cards include, and then your hero. And then, with these there, it gives a nice little breakdown of like roughly how many, basically how many characters you should select, spells, and then permanents as well. It gives you a nice little range. You don't have to abide by that. It's just, it's just a ratio that they recommend for you here. Yeah, that's basically that there. And so we're just going to go ahead and open up these booster packs there, show you the cards that we get, and then from there, we'll build a deck and then play each other. Nice and simple.
All right, so we're going to open our packs for you, and then we're going to use this as a guideline to create our deck, and then we'll play a quick run through of it for you. Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. Here we go. Patch numero 1.
So each pack does come with a hero at the beginning. I have Rin and Orchid, which is from the Muna faction, which is green. There is a hero and a companion in each set of like a hero card because the point of it is to get your hero and your companion to meet before the other team does. So that's why there's 2 characters in each one.
It's a race to give your companion a hug.
Yes, that's what someone in our game store said the other day.
It's super wholesome there. Speaking of wholesome, this red hero I have here by Syrah and Kaizemon, a friendly little demon creature to give a hug to. Yeah, very wholesome, very wonderful.
Yeah. All right, let's go looking at our cards.
All right, my first card here is blue. And this one is pink here. Ooh, we got a second member of the hit band Bliss popping up here for Lyra there.
I do tend to use my green and purple for a deck. Separate decks. I'm trying to figure out which one I like more. So I'm more interested in those cards that come up. But it's like this one, but it's also cute.
Oh, that is very cute there. This one, it's a bunch of buds. A bunch of luminous swarm.
It gains anchored. We love anchored.
You love anchored.
I love anchored.
Yeah, that's all. That's what you're all about
Anchored
there.
means you can keep your cards out longer.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then Alec, I was gonna say, what faction do you usually play?
Lyra, which is pink. So those two band members you saw earlier there, and then not this
That was
one.
Kiss, not Pink. I mean, that was Bliss, not Pink.
Well, the pink cards that had Bliss on it there. Wombat. Oh yeah, that's true. That Wombat. Anyway,
you didn't get my joke.
it took a little bit, but I got it. But yeah, speaking of there,
This is a very pretty card for you.
It looks like it. Get one boost per mana orb. So the deeper into the game, the bigger it is. There, I like that.
Well, here's Evanescence. Speaking of bands,
yeah, Evanescence.
I don't know why we can use that and then have to use Bliss.
Maybe Kiss aren't too big into card games, but Evanescence is.
All right, how many cards you got left?
I've got one more.
Ooh, Health Inspector.
Ooh, boo! We don't want him around.
So, you've been seeing how some cards are like a play on other things, and some are the Health Inspector, some are very fantasy. Fawn. This is a game that is based in reality and fantasy, so it's a mixture of a bunch of different things. There's going to be some characters that you might recognize in here. Mm-hmm. Cards in your opponent's reserve can't gain counters at all, period.
Wow, that can mess up a lot of plans there. Yeah, the counters are a bit thin with this set here. For example, food counters, and then at the end of every path, they'll give you like a bonus of some kind. So Sarah got a common foiler, which is basically it's a unique way. So like cards don't come foiled, but you can grab foilers and then use them on cards to basically get a foiled version of them.
I have a print on demand system, so you would use this card. You would say, I want a common card. I like this common card. I want it foiled, and then you can have it printed and shipped to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you may also get a map, which we mentioned those map tiles earlier. This is just a card version of that. And then on the other side, you may also get some tokens, which represents other
double-sided this time.
Yeah, which represent kind of temporary pawn tokens that come onto the board and then are immediately removed there.
All right, this time I have an Ortis hero. I'm not gonna say the word.
And then I got another red one here, Astadi and Surge, who I'm not quite sure what the companion. Oh, it's a little lightning wisp type of thing. The companion, I believe that's what that is. Maybe it's also fire as well, but a little wisp friend as well. All right. Oh, it's the one for pink, but for red. That was mentioned.
We were mentioning the food counters tokens as well, and there's a lot of food chef based things in this one, this set here.
Yeah, there must be a lot of cafes in the maze that would just conveniently stop it on while trying to find our way out.
I got these two in a row. Isn't that what you did last pack?
Yeah, that's what I got last pack. You got the band. You got some of the band forming together there.
Staff clerk.
Oh, here we go. Here's the third member of the band, the guitarist.
Nice. Right, I'm going to get a little frame and just put all of them in a little frame together.
We'll have to find a ton of them because I might end up using them.
Look, I got a bumblebee beat.
Bumblebeat. That's cute. Sap overflow there.
Is that a landmark? Okay, so here's a landmark actually. And I know you guys don't know much about the game yet, but this is a card that can stay out permanently until someone gets rid of it. So these can be good to have in your deck if you want something that has more of a lasting effect.
All right. Ooh, the bassist, but he's for purple. Ooh. He's for purple now. You may like that.
What's he do?
If he's boosted, the area terrain types of other characters you control are equal to their highest statistic. So if you had a 3, a 1, and a 1, it's 3s across the board in that case there.
Nice.
Got the town square, but for green. And then, here we go. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so.
Come on.
The penultimate card of these pats that you've seen, it's only 2 pats, but you've seen a bunch of commons and then a few rares, 2 or 3 rares.
These are the rares with the blue arrow.
Yeah, with the blue arrow gemstone there. But The third rare slot would be, there's a chance that it could become a unique. Now, uniques are, well, unique. They're kind of formulatedly generated, but no two unique cards are the same. So in this case here, we got the Bliss Drummer for Lyra here, and there's a lot going on with it there. And some of the things that could be changed are cost, basically stats. What this like 0, 2, and 4, the landmark types. That's their stats. The things that they do, the abilities they have. It can be uniquely really good, but uniquely weird or uniquely bad. But that's the fun in trying to get these there.
But it's unique, and you're the only one who owns it.
Yes. You'll see that the QR code. You can scan these into your decks there. The Bliss Drummer here. If I have one or more boosts, characters other than me cost 1 mana less to play from your reserve. This effect can't make them cost less than 1. So I can't make them free, but I can discard them all by 1. This hand symbol means if you play it from hand, there's two things you can play it from, either reserve or from your hand. Hand is basically like your first go at it. Reserve is basically your second time going at it. From your hand, you may pay 1 ink mana. If you do, you gain 2 boosts. Otherwise, he just gains 1. And then his support ability is when you play another character with a base statistic of 0, he gains a boost up to a max of 2. So there's a lot going on there. But that's kind of minus the dice rolling, which is what Lyra is also known for. Everything that Lyra loves is kind of in this hand here. But I'm glad I came across this drummer here in pack number 2 here. It's an awesome unique to have. And then finally a foiler for me with a little Ortis token on the bottom. Yes. Good pack 2 for me. So for pack 3, we've got a bit of a hero swap here. I have Gul'ran, the slow blue faction dude.
And I have and Surge.
And Surge.
Yep. Next.
Astadi does not exist. It's just Surge. All right. Feast of Thoughts. This looks like it would melt your brain. And I don't know what to think of that here.
It's a lot of options on that card.
Mm-hmm. We got a Talarian Skater.
Oh, that's pretty. Mm-hmm. Is that a bird?
That is a bird. It's a crier. Sweet Live Band. We've got Encore.
Encore. So this is like very food and band
heavy, which is, I guess, which is weird.
Whispers from the Maze.
Yeah, Whispers from the Maze. So they must be hearing nothing but ballads and bangers from this maze. Interesting. We got the Grems, Flore,
Sap Infusion. That's cool looking.
It is cool looking. Let me get to. Oh, well, look at that. We go from common tech lab unit to a rare outer faction. Sometimes a rare card will just be like another faction's card, just borrowed it to make it playable in pink in this case. We got another Bliss bassist right there. And then can we get another unique one? No, but we do get an upgraded farm. Good, more food counter. And then, we both got common foilers. Ditto. Technically.
With a mana moth on the back.
That's not Ditto, though. So half of a Ditto.
Alec has Tasia, and that is who I would normally use for my green deck. We love her. She boosts your characters when you play them, so that's always nice. And then I have an Axiom, Brown, Faction, Traced.
Yeah, I think it's Traced.
And Razum. I got that one.
Traced and her Robo pal, Razum.
Very cool. I got the guitarist now.
Nice. A cup of sap. It's spelled so weird. I love it.
Cup of sap.
Cup of sap. Man in the Maze. Well, finally, they mentioned the maze. The Hunger. Okay, we're getting a little bit of
9.
A little bit of the dark thing here.
What's it do?
Discard all other cards in play or in reserve. When a card goes to the discard pile, I gain a boost. So you play them late, and you hopefully just wipe the board and benefit off of it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it is very expensive to play for that reason.
I'm a skater. She said, "See you later, boy."
He wasn't good enough for. We got a wrong dude riding on a reindeer. I want to say that's a reindeer. It's close enough to a reindeer. We got Abby, the sap courier. Oh, now I got a bumblebee. Now I get one of those.
Ooh.
The refinery. Ooh.
What is this supposed to be?
Sap.
It says it's a spell song. Hey, there's songs now. That makes sense. But I don't think there were songs in other sets.
I don't think so, yeah. Spells are like actions, basically. You play them, and then they basically either go to reserve or discard, depending on what you got it from. Rune's Testament.
That's pretty.
It is there. If my expedition would move forward, you may discard me instead to look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put one in your hand, discard the others. Okay, bit of scrying in the sense there. I like that. And then the Undergrowth. Ooh, this would be a good one for you. The next character you play in grass this turn gains a boost. Whenever an opponent draws one or more cards or resupplies, ready him. So you can just keep tapping it whenever your opponent does something.
Nice.
Interesting. But they have to be in grass. And then I got a map. Companion, and then a little tiebreaker arena here. All right, pack number 5, I believe. Yeah, pack number 5. You finally got a purple hero. After not having purple.
This is the purple hero that I do use when I use purple.
Mm-hmm. Basically, loves playing a bunch of spells. And then this is Rin and her praying mantis. Let's see. Spirit Wielder. Sap Duende. I thought that said Oxygen Informant first. I didn't know it's Corgan Informant. Very interesting.
The Hunger.
Swift Jin. Merry Reunion. This could be a.
That's what you want to happen in the game. Yeah. You want a merry reunion.
Mm-hmm.
You and your companion.
Yep. We got a little engineer dude here.
Aww.
It's a little mouse. So it's
the little mouse.
The little mouse. It's so little.
Is it carrying something?
Yeah, a little tiny satchel.
Right.
I don't know what's in it. Maybe cheese. Bliss fan. So not the member of the band, but just a fan of the band here.
Okay.
Enhanced prototype. Ooh, good looking little robot there.
Big robot. I got a rare foiler. Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right. Rune's Testament for purple.
So this is a foiler for a card that is rare instead of a card that is common. So I could get a foil of a rare card that I own.
Yeah. And then I got a nice little pretty
that's
right there.
Is a map piece?
Yeah, on the other side, that's the hero side.
Cool.
Yeah, this is all about food and festivities here.
And we both got purple heroes for this pack.
Ditto purple. Oh, more purple. Oh, you ruined it. The Mess. That's an interesting name for a restaurant. The Mess. Yeah.
That's a fun name. I want to go there.
If it will be messy or not.
Switch yeah.
That smarts the spot.
Sap disposal. I don't know why I had this card very funny looking.
It's funny because they're disposing of sap.
It looks interesting.
To say the least, yeah. Icarus. Oh, my turn to get
the creatures are so cute.
Yeah.
So nice.
Now I got the Fairfox, and you got the. Was that Whoosh? Is that what it's called? Burnoosh. It's like a grassy fox. The Refinery. It's just a factory. No big deal. The Wayfarer. A bunch of balloons in the sky. Cat.
Cute.
Very cute indeed. Karen Gardner, but for pink. And the Scholar's Vault. Oh, my turn to get a rare foiler.
Nice.
And a token there.
My turn to get a unique.
Hopefully. It would be nice if both of us went into this with a unique. All right, so you got my.
Finally.
Yeah, you got a Lyra hero there. Yeah, last path there. Let's do it. Let's see if we can get you that unique, that ever elusive elite unique.
I got Merlin.
Nice.
Merlin.
I got an accountant.
That's
License withdrawal. That's all. This is a very bat-to-bat, very pedestrian set. And then the stage that floats. Oh, I got Evanescence for purple now. Sustenance. That's a nice card there. Good old sap extractor.
Got a cuddly corgi.
Oh, and you found her. You found him at the farm.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. Oh yeah, I'm one ahead of you there. So let's see. Enhanced prototype onto the rares. Wayfarer, but for blue. Interesting.
8 and 6. It's the same one. Oh, no.
Yes.
But the rare version gives you gigantic.
If he's fleeting. It does make it.
That's why it's more expensive.
That's why it's more expensive though, yeah. But it's gigantic. So it's basically dangerous 2 turns. A rare license withdrawal. Okay.
No unique for me.
But one for me. But yeah, those are our cards there. We're gonna go through those and pick our deck that we're going to play this little format there with. So we'll pick our deck, we'll set up there, and we'll see you on the other side for a full game of Altered here. All right, so we are back with the playmat out and ready to go. We've selected our heroes as well as what cards we wanted to put into our decks, and we'll just go over what heroes we put there. You go first.
So I stayed very much in my comfort zone, and I chose a purple, and the one that I actually use for my regular deck because I happened to pull it, and why not? So when I play a spell, a target character I control gains 1 boost. So I would get to put a marker on it to make all of its elements be worth more.
Yeah. And whereas you had the choice to stay in your comfort zone, I did not because I had Lyra, but no Lyra cards came up with my pulls. So I decided to steal one of your favorite colors and go green with Teja and Nora. With Muna here, their ability is the first character I play each afternoon gains 1 boost. So, yep, just like Sarah said, first character I play in the main phase of the game gets a boost. Nice and simple.
We're gonna be boosting like crazy.
So many boosts, so many booster shots going around.
So real quick, I had to choose purple as one of my colors because that's the hero I chose. I also chose red and green. I kind of went through all my cards and decided those ones had like a decent amount of spells to try to use my ability, as well as cheaper cards, just cards that I thought would maybe kind of work well together.
And then as for me, obviously since I chose green, I'm going to be choosing green here. They had a lot of good cards and a lot of them that synergize with each other there in terms of counters and boosting off of each other. So I stuck with green, but also I went with pink. Not only just because I'm familiar with it there, and not also just because I have the unique from this pull there, but also a good amount of helping each other out and causing some chaos as well. And then brown as well, because brown with Axiom, they also have ways to help with the tokens that will be generated, whether it be boosts or otherwise there. So yeah, I figured just, causing chaos and just putting tokens everywhere is why I chose these 3 factions for my deck here. We'll see if it works out.
All right, and like we said, this was for an event, so it's not as strategic. It's still very strategic in what you choose and everything, but it's not as strategic as building your own deck that's one color and going to a tournament or something like that to play it. It's more just like a fun way to get introduced to the game. So we'll see how we do.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna set up our little guys. I have I have my hero Bingo, because she's the true hero of that show, and my companion Bluey will go over here.
Of that show, the show's name is Bluey, but like Bingo is one of the best character of that show there.
And this household it is.
Yeah, and normally with the game they come with like
they come with like cardboard tokens in the starter decks.
Yeah,
or
one for
you
each
can
faction.
have like upgraded tokens that are just like the color with like a symbol on it. But
yeah, and they're supposed to be like based on which faction you use, which is fine. But we decided we have some figurines or mini figures lying around, so we may as well make use of them. Mine are I'm going to show them to my camera here. My hero is Sully. Sully, the protagonist of Monsters Inc. And not Monsters Inc. Monsters University, which
it's a great movie.
It is a good movie. Technically, it shouldn't happen, but it is a good movie. And then we've got rude. How rude! This is supposed to be a friendly game where we're not combating with each other here. And so for the companion, I bet you're thinking Mike Wazowski. No, it's the true companion for the rest of Sully's life.
Boo.
Boo. And so she will go over to the companion side there. All right, so let's determine who goes first. High roll goes first.
5.
I got an 11, so
right,
I will. So I will be the first player.
All right, and then we start by drawing 6 cards, and we have to choose 3 of those cards to become mana, which is how we pay for other cards to play.
Let us see. Okay. All right. So you will be mana. Yeah. Actually, but let's do you two. All right, I've got my 3 cards decided.
We're going to start playing now, and if you see these symbols here and these symbols here, this is how you move forward. So on this card here, you can move forward by winning in any of these categories. You have to beat your opponent in at least one of them to move forward. If Alec beats me in grass and I beat him in water, then we both move forward. But as we turn these over, they're not going to have all 3. They're going to have 1 or 2 of them. So it won't be the same 3 every time. And that's how you choose what cards you want to play and which side you want to move forward. That's the gist of that.
So I've got my 3 mana here, got my 3 cards in hand, and I shall go first here. And going first means I have to do a thing. All right, so rounds in this game are basically considered days, and the different phases of the day are different times of the day. So each day will start off with morning, where we pass first player, we draw cards and contribute mana. You'll see that more in turn 2. Noon is when any noon abilities happen, and cards will say at noon, this happens. Afternoon is the main chunk of the game. That's where we're going to go back and forth playing cards, using up mana, playing characters, spells until we both pass. Dusk is when certain other abilities that may say at dusk will trigger, but mostly dusk is when we compare our characters here to see who moves forward, who doesn't in this little expedition to meet. And then night is essentially the cleanup phase, where maybe some abilities may trigger, but cards will go either in reserve or discard. You'll clean things up, and then you'll get ready for the next day. So to start things off here, turn 1 basically starts here in the afternoon. We're just going to go ahead and play some cards here. So starting with me, one player will play a card at a time, and then we'll go back and forth until both of you have elected to pass. So for my first turn here, I'm going to pay 2 mana. and I'm going to play a drill mole. And the drill mole is a little over here to my companion side here. Now, this ability means when you play from reserve, so nothing happens yet because it's from hand. So this is basically just a 2 grass, 2 rock, 0 water. But the first character I play each afternoon gains a boost thanks to my hero. So it now becomes 3-3-1. And that's all from me. Go ahead, do your thing.
All right. So, man.
Were you thinking of trying to block me on turn 1?
Yeah.
How rude. We're only just getting started.
Well, still going to spend 2 to put Fairfox over here. However, that means you get to resupply.
Oh, awesome. So that means I take the top card from my draw pile, put it in here in reserve, and it's a Luminous Swarm. Oh, it's actually bad that it's in reserve for me because I would have liked to play it twice, but I can only play it once now. I'm not going to be able to afford to play it this turn. It costs 4 mana. I only have 1 available. So that is all I can do. I will pass. So now it's back to you.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1 to play this guy over here, which means I now have 5 grass, 1 and 3. And then it's your turn.
But I passed, so.
Oh, you passed on your last turn, right?
Yeah.
So I pass, and now we move into
Dusk, where we compare characters, see who moves. Nothing was played over here on the hero side, so no one's going to move over there. Over on this side there, you remember there's 3 things here, but you just have to beat your opponent in one of them to do it here. So she beats me in grass, but I beat her in mountain, so we are both going to move. And we move into what is now mountain and water. So now grass over here is going to be useless temporarily. But it did. So that was dusk. Dusk will also be when you check to see who wins. If any of our characters meet or pass each other, then we would win. But that hasn't happened, so we just move on to the night phase. The night phase is simply just cleanup. So any characters that get played from here go into reserve. Each hero has a limit of how many cards can be in reserve or landmarks that can be in play during the night phase. So if we were over, this boost goes away as well. But if we were like over capacity, we would have to discard down to satisfy the limit there. But we're not. So now it is. Also part of the night phase is the morning phase is technically now it's the next day. The morning phase, we refresh any exhausted cards. We pass first player, so it was me, now it is Sarah. And now we both draw 2 cards. And starting with the first player, they will determine if they want to turn one of their cards in hand into mana. Whoever is first player, they have to decide first, because especially later in the game, it could influence decisions based on if your opponent contributes mana and if you think they have a big card you can play. Or they can play.
I don't know if I should have done that.
Yeah, I have quite the choice to make as well. I will turn that card into mana.
I'm going to start by using 2 mana to play my Fairfox. The cost from hand is here. The cost from reserve is here. They happen to be the same for this card. I'm going to play him over here. This only applies if I played it from my hand, so he does not get to resupply this time. And go ahead.
Well, don't forget, when you play a card from reserve, it gains a fleeting token.
Yes, I do forget. So you can only play a card from reserve once, then it gains fleeting, and then it goes into your discard pile unless you have some sort of thing that takes fleeting off of it.
Now it's my turn here. So I almost forgot. Uh, so the reason why I like to go through the phases of the day is that, like I mentioned, at certain parts of the day, certain things can trigger. I almost forgot that these support abilities here, when the card's in reserve, if they have a support ability, either a passive one with this infinite symbol, or like a one-time thing with like a card X symbol on it. So while it's in reserve, it can use its support ability. In this case, there at noon, my drill mole here, I can either have it gain a boost up to a max of 3, or I can exert it, which means you're not going to be able to play it, but then it gains 2 boosts up to a max of 3. I'm going to tap. It was noon, so I'm going to tap this drill mole here, so it gains 2 boosts. Now it is exerted, so I cannot play it this turn here. With that being said, I will. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to spend. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna spend all of my mana, all 4, to play this luminous swarm over here on the companion side. Now it gains fleet in. It did come from reserve, but this arrow symbol here, unlike the hand and the little card pop icon we showed, this is whenever you play it. So whenever it's played from anywhere. So it gains anchored. So it means during rest it doesn't go to reserve, and instead you remove anchored. And then at noon, a target character either in play or in reserve gains a boost. So that would be the next noon of the next round there.
That's well played, considering there's no grass over there.
Yes. And so, yeah, but it is back to you. You can play another card if you wish.
I do wish. What I was going to do is kind of pointless now, because you can't play anything else, so it doesn't really benefit me to do anything else. So I guess I will unfortunately pass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever you were gonna do, you have it ready for next turn. Think of it like that.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And I pass, since I can't do anything.
All right, so I will move forward on this side. Bingo, bingo.
And bingo's in the water. And I will move on this side here. And then Boo goes into grass. Into the grasslands there. So now we do the cleanup phase. Fleeting characters would be discarded. However, with anchored, instead of getting discarded, it loses its anchored and it sits tight for the next turn. And now it is morning. We refresh our cards, including you, Drill Mole, over there. First player passes to moi. Thank you. And then we get to draw cards and decide if we want to contribute mana. I'm going to contribute that card as mana. Now you get to decide.
I'm going to contribute to this card as mana, mostly because I didn't care to find any mana moth tokens. That has to do with them.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right. So now it is noon. Any noon abilities would trigger. So noon abilities, by the way, if you have multiple, you can trigger them. You can trigger them basically at whatever order you want. So I'm going to, with this one here, the same one as last time, except this time I'm just going to let it gain 1 boost up to a max of 3. So it's gained its maximum from this ability here. But my Luminous Swarm, at noon, target character in play or in reserve gains 1 boost. Now I could give it to Drill Mole, or I could give it to the Swarm. I think I'm going to give the boost, weirdly enough, I'm going to give it to the Luminous Swarm. So the Swarm gets to join in on the fun. And now it's on to the afternoon.
This is not good for us.
I mean, we'll see about that. We'll see about that.
I'm pretty sure.
I think I am going to. I'm gonna spend 1 mana and play. I'm gonna play a Bumblebeat. Spend 1 mana, Bumblebeat, over on the hero side there. It does nothing special there, but it's adorable. And now it's your turn.
I'll spend 1 to play this guy here. Go ahead.
All right. I will take a bit of a risky play here. I'm going to spend 2 to play a Bliss Key Taurist over here on this side here. At dusk, if he's boosted, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character with a base statistic of 0, you draw it. Otherwise, you discard it. But that happens at dusk. But yeah, it's back to you.
I'm going to play this spell. It gains fleeting, so it's going to go right there instead of going to my reserve. I draw a card.
All right.
And then each player puts the top card of their deck in their mana zone as exhausted mana orb. So we both do this. We cannot use it this turn.
All right.
It is exhausted.
Ooh, ramping early on. I like it.
Because I played a spell, I get to add a boost to a character, which will be that one.
All right. So you are 3 in plant and 1 in the other 2. I am 3 in plant and 4 rock, 6 water. Okay. Yeah, that was well played there. Well played. Do I do the thing I'm thinking of doing, or do I not do the thing I'm thinking of doing?
No, don't do it.
If only I had 1 more mana to play the drill mole from reserve.
Oh
no. You may have something. Just to play it safe, because I know you've got mana. You could still do things over there, potentially. I'm gonna spend my last 2 mana. I'm gonna play a Bliss Bassist over here.
I can't get over those cards.
They're just rocking so hard there.
That's well played, actually.
Yep. So if the character is 003, only 3 in water. If he's boosted, all of the elements of other characters I control are equal to their highest value. So basically, everything levels out to the highest degree. He's not, so that's not going to happen. At least not for now. Oh, I apologize here. I'm sorry. I forgot the first character I played this afternoon gets a boost. I forgot about that on my Keytarist. No, on my Bumblebee. That was my Bumblebee. So it would gain a +1. Almost forgot about that. Even though we play this multiple times, we still have to remember to look for phases and stuff like that.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1 to... This gets tokens on it, which I don't have any of right now, so it would be X plus 1, X is 0, so it's 1. Target character gains 1 boost. My only character right now is this. Mm-hmm. However, it's a spell, so I also get to give it another boost.
That is a good play. And I passed, so it would go back to you.
So you have 3, 4, 6 over there. So I need to beat you in rock or water for myself to move, which I have 3s in. So I really need to beat you in rock. I don't think water's going to happen. I have 1 left. I've decided that I'm not going to play anything, because if I do play something, I believe that I'm just going to end up tying with him. And that would kind of be a waste of a card right now. So I'm going to unfortunately pass.
All right. Let's take a look. On the hero side, it's nice and simple. Sully will be moving over into the water. And then over here, you beat me on grass, so I don't move. But I beat you on rock and water, so you don't move either. So no one moves. All right. Clean up. The swarm goes away. And you guys come down here now.
Gosh.
All right, so I'm in a bit of a conundrum here. I've got 4 cards in reserve, and you can only have 2 max when it's nighttime.
So he's gonna get rid of his brown card.
No. It's a bit too juiced up right now for me to give up on. I will say goodbye to the Bliss bassist. And among these two, it pains me, but I'm going to say goodbye to the guitarist.
Just throwing away the whole band.
Yeah, they ride or die together, so they may as well die together. All right, on that happy note, it's morning of turn 3. You are now first. Sarah's now first player. Refresh our mana and all our other cards that may have been exhausted. Draw 2 cards and then decide if we want to contribute mana or not.
I am going to mana this.
And I will also contribute a mana. Right there. Alright. It is noon, so check for any noon abilities. Do you have any?
No.
Okay. Drill Mole is maxed out on his noon ability, so he's not going to do this again. But Bumblebeat gains 1 boost up to a max of 2. So, okay. And now it is the afternoon, so go ahead and play your first card.
I'm going to play. Going to spend 1 to play this here.
All right.
Good.
All right. I will spend 4 mana, so I'll just turn these over. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I know the two. I know we said goodbye to two of the band members, but we've got a third one here. It's the drummer, the Bliss drummer. And the Bliss drummer says, if I'm boosted, other characters cost 1 mana less to play from your reserve with a minimum of 1. Well, down to a minimum of 1 mana. No free characters, unfortunately. It is the first character I played this afternoon, so it does gain a boost, which means my reserve cards will be 1 mana cheaper for this turn.
Lovely.
Your turn.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm going to spend 4 mana to play this interesting guy. If I'm boosted, I'm eternal. Eternal means that he does not go away unless Alec does something to make him disappear. He stays out there forever. And I gain 1 boost per other character in my expedition when he played. And then I send them to the reserve, all the reserves. And then at night, it loses a boost. So for right now, he'll get 1 boost and will be discarded. And then that's all I can do right now.
All right. So, I will with the drummer's discounts. Normally, the drill mole would be 3 to play, but instead it's going to cost only 2. So for 2 mana, I will play the drill mole over, along with his 3 boosts. He's going to be over here.
Why?
Just as instruments. Also, and his from reserve ability, he does gain fleeting. He has an ability, when played from reserve, you may spend 1 of my boosts to sabotage. And what sabotage is, you choose a card in someone's reserve and you discard it. I will spend a boost to sabotage Sap Infusion. Please.
Oh no, my 3-cost spell.
And it's a spell. It is a spell, so it is dangerous for me. But yeah, your turn.
Okay then. You have 1 mana left?
I have 1 mana left, yes.
1 mana to play this here. Your turn.
Oh, another Bumblebeat. Speaking of Bumblebeat, I will spend 1 mana to play this Bumblebeat from reserve with the discount from the drummer, and it will head on over here, and it gains fleeting. And it is your turn.
I will spend 1 mana to play this spell. Target character gains a boost.
You had another one of those.
As well as I get to pick a one for a boost. Yeah. So I'm going to give this one boost so that I can tie him on this side. And then my other boost, as much as I would like to win on this side, because I'm not going, I don't know. I don't know what's more important. Because if I take a second boost here, I'll move forward, but this will disappear instead of being eternal. But I honestly think that it's kind of important to move at this point. So I'm going to use my second boost over here.
I was going to say that is a very tough call.
He's put me in bad position.
Which is good for me. I have nothing to do. I have no mana, so I will pass.
I will pass.
All right, so now it is dusk. No dust abilities. And then, so dust abilities would play out, and then you check to see who moves forward. So on this side, it's going to be you. And on this side, it is going to be me. Ooh, we got a cloud and water on this one for me. And then it's the cleanup. So Drill Mole and Bumblebee serve me well. They will be discarded. And the Bliss Drummer.
So at night, I lose one boost.
Yeah, so that's now.
At night. But then it says...
Yeah, I think it would still go because like the at night abilities trigger and then like everything else goes. So yeah, I think it would still go away there.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna get rid of this because it's expensive and kind of tricky to pull off right now. Unfortunately, I'll regret that later.
All right. Now it is cleanup or morning. It's morning. The next morning. So I will be first player now. Now it's the next morning. We go ahead and we draw 2 cards. Oh, do I have a decision to make? I think I am going to contribute. I'm going to contribute you as mana. And now Sarah gets to decide.
I'm not.
All right. Interesting move. I'm a little bit worried about that. I will spend 4 mana to play Icarus over here on the companion side. Now, he has Stout, which means instead of playing him, I could have played him at a much cheaper rate to just send him to reserve. So basically, you get his abilities, but then you get to send the card to reserve, and you don't get their expedition stuff. But I'm just playing him like normal, so he is a 4/4/2. Ready all cards in your reserve. They are already ready. It is your turn, Sarah.
Okay. I'm going to spend 4 to play this guy over here. Unfortunately, I will do this. You may have target opponent draw a card.
Oh, yay. I get to draw a card.
If you do, I gain anchored.
Oh, I see. I'm not as happy about that anymore. I'm not as happy about that.
At noon, I gained a boost.
Oh, yes. There. Let's see. From my next go. Oh, sorry. I also forgot. This was the first character I played each afternoon, so it gains a boost.
We're bad at this.
We've played a lot, and we're bad at this. Yes, both those things are true.
But when we play online, it does all the things for us. We don't have to think about them.
That is true. Okay, so that is a really good card.
You're joking.
That is a really good card you played. Unfortunately, I'm going to spend my last 4 mana to play Sap Overflow. It is fleeting, so it's a one-time. It's truly one-time use. Discard target character in play or in reserve. I'm going to discard that.
Discard?
The card goes into that discard pile. Yes. I am so sorry.
No, you're not.
You're all right. I'm not. But alas, that is what I needed to do. It is your turn now.
Well, and you have no mana.
I am tapped out. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, well, I spend 2 to put this guy over here. That's all.
All right. Hey, you still get to move over there. That's good. I pass.
I also pass.
All right. Um, both sides move. Your hero moves. My companion moves. Hey, look. We meet.
I feel like I'm way behind, but I'm not. I'm only one space behind you, but it feels like so much more.
Yeah,
Just like how my turns have been turning out.
that is true. But yeah, like any player can have a big
So
swing
hard.
at any
That was
moment
so
there.
hard. That was so hard.
All right. It is so that was dusk. It is now night. We did cleanup stuff there, and now it is the next morning. Sarah is the first player. Let's go around here. We ready all of our cards, manas, and such like that. I will draw my two cards. Sarah drew her two cards, and she must decide if she wants mana or not.
This is no bueno.
I'm going to turn this card into mana. Just adjust my mana over here.
No bueno.
All right, you get first turn.
How do I?
Mhm.
I will spend 2, and I will. A cuddly corgi.
Aww. Oh, that's so cute.
When a character I control gains anchored, I gain 1 boost.
Ooh. I will spend 3 mana. Yes, 3 mana to bring Icarus back out into the thingy. I'll place him over here. He does gain fleeting. And it is the first character I played this afternoon, so it does gain a boost as well. And it is your turn.
Spend 4 to play this. Animals you control gain 1 boost.
Oh, that's huge. I think I also chose that card to put into my deck. I've yet to see him, but I'm glad you got to see it first. It's time to cause some chaos here. Good old fashioned Lyra style here. I'm gonna spend 3 mana to play X marks the spots. It is fleeting, so it's a one-time thing. I roll a die. Send a target character to the X position of its owner's deck, where X is the result. I've got this.
What?
So I'm going to choose this dude here, and that's wow, really good. So this is
For
gonna
you?
so that's gonna go into the 6th spot in your draw pile.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
6.
Yep.
This is dumb.
That's the fun of Lyra.
Yeah, so fun. Well, a pass. You're gonna win on this turn.
No, I'm not gonna win. I cannot do anything. I pass.
Okay.
All right. So it is dusk. No dusk abilities yet. So we check for who moves on this side here. It is. I believe it's just going to be me. I think. It's just going to be me. So I move 1 to there. Icarus goes away. And now it is. Now it's night, and now it is the morning of the next day. I will be first player. I draw 2 cards.
Alright, I feel come back. Not really.
It's combat time. I am going to. I'm going to contribute mana. Okay. All right. For my first go at it, I will. I will spend 2 mana. I'll spend 2 mana to play Flore, the Carrion Gardener. It is the first character I play, so she gains a boost. It's also a character with a base statistic of 0. She has 0 in water innately, When you play another character with a base statistic of 0, he gains a boost. The drummer here that's been in reserve for a while, he gains a boost up to a max of 2. So yeah, that is that. Your turn.
I'll spend 1 to play my junior chef.
Ooh. Oh, is that a red panda?
I think so.
Oh,
Cute.
it's adorable.
Your turn.
All right, and then I will spend 5. I'm just going to move you over here. I'm going to spend 5 mana. There's tons of mana in this game here. So 5 mana to play the Bliss Drummer over here, and the drummer gains fleeting because he came from reserve. He is boosted, so that discounts to characters in reserve applies, but I have none in my reserve right now, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, your turn.
I'm going to start with Sap Guy for 2. He is fleeting, unfortunately. Target 2 characters in play or reserve and exchange their boosts. That's non existent, but I do get to draw a card.
Oh, wait, in play or in reserve? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. What does it say?
In play or. Oh.
You can talk. Yeah, I've got characters in play. You can talk.
So I can take your boost and put them on my guy.
Yeah.
Ew. Okay.
Which one would you like to swap?
That one.
Okay. There you go.
And on top of that, I played a spell, so I get a boost.
Yes, you do. So you draw a card.
I did that already.
You did already draw a card. All right, and it's back to me.
And wait, hold on. So when you play, oh never mind. Oh man, I've not been doing that.
Oh no,
They're different. The other one says when you play another spell, this gains an arcane counter, and this one is when you play a character, I gain an arcane counter. So I'll do it for that.
Okay.
But it should probably have 3 on there by now.
Oh, I wish. I mean, we can. I mean, I was gonna say that maybe we can use dice for the counter, just so that's not confused as the spell is boosted.
Because this has been there almost the whole time. I've definitely played 3 characters.
You definitely have. I would say, I think 2 or 3. I think you played 2 or 3. I think no, you played 3 characters since that's been there.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can make that correction with the dice there. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was actually keeping track of that, but I thought it was still spells.
Okay. It was the.
Because they're different. Because they're different factions, so they're different.
Right. So yeah, it made sense that it said Bravos would be about characters then versus spells there. But all right. So anything?
Thanks.
No worries. What does that? What does that do? Oh, that's for when you play it.
Boost X times 1, X plus 1.
Oh no, I'm a little bit worried about that. But anyway, it's my turn, and I can't do anything. I pass.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then I do this.
All right.
I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but I get 4 boosts.
That's a lot of boosts. So let's see. Your character is 7s across the board.
Yours are 8s.
Yeah, 8, 8, and 1. So almost. Now I passed. Is there anything else you can do?
I do have a thing I can play. It is a spell. It has target character in reserve gains 2 boosts. There is nothing. We did look up the ruling, and I can still play a spell even if there is nothing to do with it. So I will gain 1 more boost from that.
Then that will put you at 8s across the board, and that includes water. So I have 8s, but everything except water. So that's actually really good for you because you're the move and you're to prevent me from moving here. So.
Ooh, I extended my losing.
Well, no, well, man, you absolutely can win now because I'm like. All right, so let's see. So yeah, you move. Nothing happens on the hero side. Nothing happens. No nighttime abilities. The Bliss Drummer goes away. The Karen Gardener does go into reserve. All right, It is now the next morning. Whew. Good. That's a good save by you, Sarah. Good save. I draw 2 cards. All right.
Okay, I'm going to mana this card.
And I am going to turn that into mana. All right. It is noon. Any noon abilities go off. At noon, another target character in play or in reserve gains a boost. I have no other character in reserve, and I would not like to give any of your character a boost. So that's just not going to happen. All right. Afternoon. Good afternoon. You make the move. This is going to be a very tense, potentially final day here.
This kind of stinks, but I don't think I'm going to be able to prolong this anymore. But I will play this guy over here. And it's I gain 1 boost per mana orb in your mana zone.
Okay, that's definitely a lot.
8.
I'm going to spend 4 mana to play my Bliss Drummer, my unique one over here. If I have 1 or more boosts, characters other than me cost 1 less mana to play from reserve. This effect can't make them cost less than 1 mana. Since I played it from hand, you may pay an extra mana, which I will. I'll pay that extra mana. If you do, he gains 2 boosts. Otherwise, he would just gain 1. And he is the first character I played this afternoon, so he will get an additional boost. And it is your turn.
I guess I'll play this over here. It gains fleeting, and I get 1 boost per character target opponent controls, which is just 1. That's all I can do.
So Bluey gets to move 1 step closer.
So close, yet so far
And
away.
then Sully and Boo reunites. And they're happy that they're reunited. And that's... Oh,
Hey!
Boo's down. Boo is down.
Bingo's facing me, because he wants to hug me.
And that is Altered. Good game.
I feel like I got my butt handed to me, but I was only 1 space away from winning, and I don't know how that happened.
Here's the thing: you did a really good job coming back there because I was this close together, but for like multiple turns. But then you like went from like here and here to next to each other. You did a really good job coming back there. Want to try that
again? Good game.
Good game.
Well, thanks for watching. It's been a long video, so we're just going to let you guys go.
Mm-hmm. Very long.
Very, very,
very,
very,
very
long. Okay, bye.
Long. Bye-bye.